So next, meron tayong, ito ha, meron na tayong M sub C. Ano yung M sub C? Mass flow rate of conditioned air. Yung, kasi yung conditioned air, ito yung pumapasok sa aircon na na-condition natin by cooling and dehumidifying. Yan ang tawag to. So ito lumalabas, it's the mass flow rate of conditioned air. Conditioned air. Yan. At what condition? Dalawa ang condition ng conditioned air. At condition, anong number papasok? 5. Okay. At condition 5. 5 is the entering condition. And condition what? 2. No? Palabas. 2. Ayun, 2. Okay. So, this is the exiting or leaving condition. Sa air condition.
Tingnan ko lang kung maabot yung memory.
Now, tingin. Dito sa problem, walang bypass na binabanggit. Okay, kahit basahin mo yung problem mamaya. By the way, hindi ko na i-explain. Mamaya explain mo lang. Dito makikita sa problem, walang bypass na binabanggit. Bypass factor, I mean. Not the bypass mass, bypass factor. So kung walang bypass factor, that 2, here, condition 2, is saturated. Okay? Air. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, our T2 is the apparatus dew point. Katulad ng ginawa natin kanina. Since the bypass factor is 0, then the air leaving your aircon will be saturated air at 100% RH. So, if it is 100% RH, it will require reheating. Kaya meron dapat itong mixing. Isa na ba reheater? Ito na ang purpose ng bypass. So, it will require reheating here, right? Kasi 100% RH. But we did not use a reheater. Kasi ang reheater plus, very expensive. Gagamit ka ng electric resistance, no? Or you will require a heat exchanger using a heating medium. For example, hot gas, galing sa planta. Meron kang hot gas sa puso, gamitin mo yun as heat exchanger. O kaya meron kang steam galing sa planta, gumamit ka ng heat exchanger. So if you have available heat source through steam or hot gas, then you can use a reheater. Okay? Kasi available yun eh. It's free. But kapag pupuproduce ka pa ng steam, pag pupuproduce ka pa ng gas, hindi sa economical. Okay? Or maglalagay ka ng electric resistance dito, maggasto sa kuryente yun. So why not just remove the reheater? Instead of using a reheater, you use the air outside the room. We call it as bypass. Mix it with the conditioned air. The resulting condition here will be a lesser relatively heat or less than 100% relatively. So meaning a very cold air here at 100% RH, when you mix it with the outside air, the resulting condition will be a less higher temperature and the relative humidity will be less than 100% for sure. So ang tawag natin dyan, bypass. So mas makakatipid ka. All you have to do is to open these dampers. Pag binuksan mo yung damper na yan, magmi-mix na yan dito ng conditioned air, magmi-mix dito, labas dito, less than 100%. Mamaya makikita natin sa diagram. Okay, galing no? So, actually, pwede mong tanggalin ito. Pwede mong tanggalin yan. Okay? What you can do is you can extend this ducting if you have available space. Extend this ducting before you supply it to the condition room. Kasi when you extend that ducting, as the air flows, the temperature rises. Kasi may pumapasok na air sa labas. So pwede rin yun. Yun ang ginagawa sa ibang installation. Sa mahabang ducting, kung may available space, talagang ita-transfer mo naman yung hangin, papunta doon sa theater, papunta doon sa mall, ay mahaba yun. So along the way, makikita mo may pumapasok na air sa labas. So yun yung heater mo, yung external source. Hindi ka na kailangan maggamit-lagay pa ng electric resistance o steam. Pero kung wala kang available LED or area, then kailangan mo nito magbabypass ka. I-mix mo na lang. Okay? Naiintindihan ba? So, that's the purpose of a bypass. It will be more economical than using a reheater. Okay? Part of the recirculated air is controlled by a damper. So these are the dampers. Okay? And then warmer bypass. Ito kasi 25 to eh. Ang lumalabas ito temperature mas mababa kaysa sa 25. Kaya ang term nyo dyan, warmer bypass air is used to reheat instead of using a reheater. No? The air leaving the refrigerated coils. Okay ba? Kasi temperature ng tube natin masyadong mababa yan compared to 25. Kaya tinawag niya ang warmer. Okay? And then, this method produces economical performance as compared to with the system with reheating. Kasi kapag gumamit ka ng electric assistant, it will consume electricity. Dito hindi ka na nagpo-consume ng kuryente. Kasi ang ginagamit mo ng hangin ay yung hangin hindi sa kwarto. Pero kung titignan mo, may konting electric power din yan. Cost. Bakit? Kasi kailangan mo ng fan dito to bring that air here and there. Konti, pantero minimal. Okay? So, klaro ba? So, yan siya ang bypass. Ngayon, mag-solve tayo ng problem. Dilipay na natin to. So, yes. Ang tanong? Question?
Yung sa Apple na mayroong fan na
Kailangan eh. Kailangan yan. Oh, pero dito, kung titignan nyo, natural draft. Ito, natural draft. Tignan nyo ha. Oh. Di ba may fan ka dito? Kung may fan ka yan, buksan mo yan. Pag-vacuum yan dito eh. Kaya lang kung malayo na yung ducting mo, baka wala nang pumasok dito. Kasi minsan mag-iisip ka pa dito ng fan. Para lang mahatak siya. Pero sa doon lang, natural, perfect lang. Perfect lang sa dito. Ito lang kailangan mo best lang. Kasi when you close this one, no air will enter here. Kasi when this one runs, it will create a partial vacuum here. So kung may partial vacuum, punta dito yung hangin, punta dito yung hangin, punta doon lahat. Hindi isang fan na pinapatakbo. Ang problema, kapag hindi consistent balance yung mga air pressure mo ng hangin ko. So kailangan mo ng auxiliary sa bawat section. Pero very expensive, magastos din yan. Kailangan mo yan. Okay? Pero ito, tatakbo na yan kahit isang fan lang. Kasi pag ito tumakbo, bababa ang pressure dito eh. Sakit mo eh. Okay, pag bumaba ang pressure, puntahan yung hangin dyan. Hangin. Okay ha? Natural. By simply opening the dampers. Yung dampers yung parang, ano lang yan ha, iniikot-ikot ang sisiyo. Okay, ito yung pipe na oh. Ito yung dampers. Mga gano'n yan, marami yan. Pag gumunaw, sarado. Pag gumunaw, bubukas. Ito yung mga dampers, tawag. Okay? Okay. Okay.
So, kanina sir, yung source gamit yung W2
Oo. Ngayon hindi na pwede. Mixing.
Wala nang heater sir.
Oo.
Paano natin yung source yung T2?
Ayun na, pupunta tayo. Pupunta tayo. Makukuha mo yung T2 through mixing. Di ba meron kang tribal mixing equation? Makukuha mo yung T2 dyan. Pupunta tayo dyan. Very good question. Okay, good. Okay. So, ito na. Ito na muna ito. So, meron tayong bypass mass. My. So, yung My is equal to the mass flow rate of bypass air. Okay? Mass flow rate of the bypass air at condition 4 din. Condition 4. Kasi yung bypass mass ay galing sa kwarto. Okay? Kaya ito, condition 4, alam mo na yan, tribal, ito yan, yung magiging ito pala 4. Yan. Okay, so ibig sabihin, D4 is 25, and then the wet bulb D4 is also 80. Okay, yung condition 4? Tama, 80. Okay, isa na lang, last. Ano yung M? Ano yung M? Mr. Menadilla, ano yan? Yes, mass flow rate of supply air. Mass flow rate of supply air. Okay. At what condition? Anong condition ng supply air natin? Condition 3. Okay. So, anong given dyan? Temperature 18. Oh, yan lang ang given. Tingnan na ha. Ito na. Makinig. Ito medyo mahirap. Kaya makinig. Dadahan-dahanin ko ito ha. So, ito yung tinatawag natin complex problem. Yan ang complex. Yan dapat na binibigay sa exam. Complex na yan eh. Oh, di ba? Anong tanong? First, sabi dito, if 20% of the fan, ito tayo yung fan ha, 20% of the fan capacity is fresh air, and the bypass system is used. The bypass system. So when we say 20% of the fan capacity, we are referring to the mass of air supply. Okay, yung mass, diba? Sabi ko nga sa inyo, fan capacity can be expressed in terms of mass flow rate or volume flow rate. So in that particular case, is referring to the mass flow rate. So sinasabi niya dyan, yung mass, yung fresh air, ano yung fresh air? Outside air. So the fresh air, so this one is also what we call the fresh air. Yan yung mga term na ginagamit eh. Sometimes ba, ventilating air din to. Yung mga term na ginagamit. Or outside air. No? It says there, if the fresh air is 20%, meaning 0.2 of the capacity of the fan, and the capacity of the fan will be in terms of mass flow rate, M. Ibig sabihin, that capacity of the fan is that is the mass flow rate flowing across the fan. Okay ba? Naintindihan ha? So ito, alam na natin to. And then, let's say, okay, also given are the following. So first, the sensible heat load. Sensible heat load is 96. Tapusin na lang natin ito. Timing ko na. Okay, ang latent heat load is equal to 38.4 kilowatts. Again, what is the formula of this? 1.0062 times M. This is what? P4 minus P3. Now this one, ano formula? 2,500 times M. W1. 4 minus W3. So, from this equation, first you have to solve for the mass of the supply air. And that is equal to QS over 1.0062, then P4 minus P3. After solving for the mass of supply air, then you solve for W3. Most of the time, that is the way we solve the problem, no? Mga ganyang problem. So, W3 is equal to W4. W4 is higher than W3. Then subtract QL. Ito sinasabi ko, apply math. No? Kailan dapat ito pinapakita to eh. So, QL over 1, 2,500 m. So, nasolve na natin yung W3. Okay? So, if you have W3 and then you have H3, then you can get the rest of the properties. Okay? Now, the question is, yung question is there, where is that? Yeah. Question, how do we get the temperature 2? So, by mixing. Ito na ha? To solve for the temperature of air, leaving your air conditioner, what you do is you come up with a mixing equation dito sa section na ito. Okay? Yeah. So this is section 4. This is section 2. So this is section 3. Okay? So dito flowing is the mass of bypass. Air flowing is the mass of the conditioned air. And that the mass of the conditioned air is different from the mass of air that is supplied because of the mixing. Ulitin natin, the mass of air leaving your air conditioner is different from the mass of air that you supply. Magkaiba. And this is at condition 3. So dito, ito dry bulb 3, pwede natin makuha ang 2.3. Kung meron tayong dry bulb at meron tayong humidity ratio, makukuha natin ang 2.3. Later on, I will explain why do we need to get 2.3. Okay? Next, ito naman tayo. So, since given ang dry bulb, given din ang wet bulb 4, makukuha natin dito ang 2.4. Okay ba? Next, punta tayo dito. Now, we know that this condition is a saturated air. So meaning it's 100% RH. So we already know the first parameter, but we don't know the dry bulb. Oh, that's what we're looking for. But listen. Since the air flowing at this section leaving your aircon is a saturated air, the dry bulb is equal to the dew point equals sa wet bulb, right? So, ulitin natin. Since the air flowing in this section is a saturated air, meaning 100% outside, 100% relative humidity, then the dry bulb is equal to the dew point equal to the wet bulb. Okay? So now, we will come up with equation to solve for T2. So the first equation that we can use is the mass balance. Okay. So the mass balance will be the mass of bypass plus the mass of the conditioned air is equal to the mass of air that you supply. Okay, I'll explain to you what he did in the solution to sa libro, no? So, Santa Maria, multiply both sides of the equation by 1 over m. Okay, the first thing that he did is he let y equal to the ratio of the amount of bypass over the amount of air supplied. So this is the relation of the mass of bypass over the amount of air supplied. And then he considered as y. And then he also considered a letter C, which represents the fraction of conditioned mass in relation to the amount of air supplied. That is mc over m. And then he replaced this equation by this. So if I multiply both sides of the equation, that will be my over m plus mc over m equal to 1. So therefore, y plus c is equal to 1. So you consider this one as equation number 1. Question, how many unknowns do we have? 2. Because we don't know the amount of bypass mass and the condition mass. So you have 2 unknowns. So if you have 2 unknowns, 2 equations. But so we will have another equation, dry bulb equation. So dry bulb equation. So this is for mixing, huh? Mixing. So these are mixing of bypass mass, bypass air, and the conditioned air. Okay, MC. So ito bypass is MY. There. Okay. So next is dry bulb equation. The dry bulb equation, so we will be using this one instead of this one. Okay? Kasi meron na tayong relation dito. So, or if you want, pwede pa rin ganyan diretso yan. So this will be what? T4. Okay, T4 same pattern. T4 times MY. Okay? There. Okay, plus ang C, T2. Okay na, ito na. This is T2. Multiply by MC is equal to M. Anong temperature sa M? T3 multiplied by M. So if I multiply again this one by 1 over M, both sides of the equation, this will be MY over M times T4 plus this is MC over M times T2. This will be M over M times T3. So this is Y, T4. This is C, T2. This is 1. Okay, 1 na yan. T3. Now, we already know what is T4. What is T4? 25. So Y plus, what is T2? Unknown. Okay? What is T3? 18. So I will consider this one equation number 3. How many unknowns therefore we have? 3 already. 1, 2, 3. So we need another equation. So if you have 3 equations, 3 unknowns, 3 equations. So the third equation that you can do is the dew point. Okay, that you can use rather. Okay, the dew point equation. Okay, so that's the reason why we need to get the dew point 3, we need to get the dew point 4, okay, and the dew point 2 is equal to dew point 2. Okay, how do we get the dew point 4 and 3? So, let me illustrate. Tingin na, listen. Okay. If I know T3, I will project the T3 in a psychrometric chart and the humidity ratio, which is the W3. Kasi I was able to solve for W3 already. So I will exactly locate that point 3. So what I'm going to do, in order to get the dew point 3, I will simply project that a line towards the saturation. Project a line towards the saturation. I want it to teach us the saturation. Project a vertical line downward. Whatever the dry bulb will be the dew point 3. Okay? So we already know what is dew point 3. Nakuha ba? Nakuha? Understood? Now, next, I'll consider the 4. 3 and 4. Okay, so 4, siguro nandito yung 4 banda. Yung 4. Okay? Banda yung 4. So again, I know the dry bulb 4. I know yung dry bulb 4. I know the wet bulb. Wet bulb. Wet bulb. So wet bulb 4. Alam ko rin. So I can exactly locate that point 4. All I have to do again is to draw a line towards the saturation. Then I will get the dew point 4. There. Okay ba? So that's the procedure, ha? So knowing the dew point, then I will come up with the dew point equation. Same pattern, ha? Diretso na ako. Hindi na ako gagawa ng ganito. Diretso na. So ang gagawin ko will be dew point what? Dew point 4 times y plus c times dew point 2 is equal to dew point 3. Okay? So, dew point 3. Do we know dew point 4? Yes, we can get. Kunin ko na lang dito sa equation, ha? Makukuha yan sa graph. So, ang dew point 4 here is, yun, 14.2. Okay. So, it's 14.2. So, this is 14.2 y plus. Now, the dew point 2 is equal to 2. Okay, so therefore, it will limit our variable, unknown variable to 3. Di apat na. So, ito magiging CP2, no? Is equal to, dew point 3? 12.5. Okay, graphically makukuha. So, this is now your equation number 3. Okay, so this, I'm not going to do this anymore. You just solve it simultaneously. You can solve for E2. That's what you're asking for there. So you solve it simultaneously. You use your math, okay, as required by OBE. So therefore, you can solve for E2. At the end of the course, the student was able to use math. Use math and science to solve the complex. Okay? So that's it. Pag nakuha nyo na itong mga P2, etc., then makukuha nyo na yung the rest ng mga gusto nyo masolve. The same application lang. Okay? So ito yung lalabas. Again, pag nakuha ko. By the way, ang makukuha natin dito, so, ang makukuha natin dyan, yung P2, which is equal to 14, right? I think 14 at sagot dyan. Dito natin dito, ha? I-graph natin yung mamaya. Pakita ko yung graph, ha? No, it's not 14. 17.7. And then you will get the y. The y is equal to 0.509. Y is equal to 0.509. And then the C is equal to 0.491. 0.491. Now, if the M, if the mass flow rate that we obtain is, what is the mass flow rate? Okay, W3 is 0.009. Okay, 0.009 kilogram per kilogram of dry air. And then where's the other one? Wait. Yan, 13.63. So ito gagawin. Listen. So ito gagawin, ha? So yung mass of bypass is equal, ano din na yung y, right? Using this formula. What is that? This one. To. Yeah. So mass of bypass is equal to y times m. Now, so y is equal to 0.491 491 multiplied by the mass of air that is supplied. 13.63 kilograms per second. So the same thing with MC, the condition mass. And that is equal to C times M. So which is 0.509 times 13.63 kilograms per kilogram. And also the MO. The MO is 20%. The MO is 20% of the amount of air supplied. So multiply this one by 13.63 kilograms per second. Okay, if you look at the diagram, it says, last na. How do we solve for the refrigeration load? Oh, Mr. Kalimbahin. How do we solve for the refrigeration load? Please look at the diagram. QREF, refrigeration load, is equal to what? Mass flow rate of what? Yes, yung pumasok. Mass flow rate of MC. Right. So it's the mass flow rate of the condition. Ito yung gagamitin plus ha. Ito ang gagamitin, not the M. Ito ang gagamitin. So mass flow rate of the condition, air. Kasi this is the one that is entering and leaving the condition air. So multiply by what? Enthalpy what?
H5
Yes, H5. Minus
H2.
Yes, H2. That's how we get the refrigeration load. So the only problem is you need to get H5. So where will you get the H5? Mixing. Okay. So anong formula? What's the formula? M what? MO. Times H1 plus MR. H4 divided by MC. Kasi MC is doon sa 5. So then you will be using that air to get the refrigeration load. Okay, now let us now draw, finally. Let us now draw the diagram. That's it, last time, before we do. Condition 4. Okay, dito na lang. Outside air. So 33, 31, 33, and 25. That's the outside air. Okay? 33 and 25. So this is your 1. 25 and 18. 15, 16, 17, 18. There. So this is your 0.4. That also represents the condition of the recirculated air. 1 is represent the condition of the outside air. And they will mix. So if they will mix, then you need to draw a solid line. Okay? So part of ducting yan. You need to draw a solid line. So the resulting condition will be 0.5. Now, therefore we need to get the enthalpy 5. So, how much? Wala, no? Ito lang, ito. 60.9. Okay, 60.9. Okay, so 60.9. So, bago mag-1, right? So, parang, tansya ko na lang. So, this is now your 0.5. Or probably you can solve for T5. No? By equation. Okay? Now, once you locate 0.5, you locate 0.2. What is the temperature to saturated? So, this is 10. Okay? Hatiin sa 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 10.2, 10.4, 10.6, 10.7. So ito na mismo yung 10.7. So this is now your 2. So then you connect 5 and 2 kasi 5 is the condition of air entering the aircon and then 2 is the leak. So therefore this is the cooling and dehumidifying process. Okay? So after connecting 2 and 5, then there is a mixing process. It's not represented by a horizontal line compared to heating. If you're using a sensitive heating process or a heater, then it will be represented by a line. So you're gonna draw a line. You have to locate 0.3. Now, what is point 18? This is the 18. And then 009. So, 009. So, you look for 009. Ito siya. Sakto. So, ibig sabihin, nandito siya. This one? Ito na, alright? Yan. Okay. So, therefore, what will happen is this. Okay. From 2, okay, there will be, actually, you can connect 4, 3, and 2. You need to connect all those 3 points. You have to connect those 3 points. Hindi pa clear. Talagang connect yan. Connect yan. 4, 3. Yeah. So why do you need to connect? So this is your 3. Okay, this is now what we call mixing. So this is the condition mass at condition 2 at surface temperature. This is the condition of the bypass mass at condition 4, which is the condition of the room. So when they mix, the resulting condition will be the 3. Okay? But of course, just to represent the supply air, we need to break this one. Okay? So this one represents now the supply air. Okay? But actually, it has to be, it can also be considered solid. Why